You ever walk into a room and feel like people just notice you? Not in a loud, flashy kind of way, but in that subtle, quiet power kind of way. Like there's something about you that doesn't need to speak loudly to be heard. If you're an older guy, maybe in your 40s, 50s, 60s, you might not even realize how attractive you've become. And I'm not talking about gym body, perfect hair, Hollywood movie attractive. I'm talking about something deeper, something that goes beyond age or style. It's a kind of magnetism that comes from within, refined through time, life experience, and yes, a few grey hairs. See, a lot of men think attraction fades with age, that once you hit a certain number, you've missed your shot. But I'm here to tell you something different, something a lot of people won't say out loud. You might be more attractive now than you've ever been, and I want to show you why. Let's start with a story. A friend of mine, let's call him Michael, is in his mid-50s. Divorced, works in real estate. Kind of guy who doesn't try to impress, but somehow people gravitate toward him. We were having coffee the other day, and I noticed something. The waitress was practically glowing every time she came to our table. I mean, she was polite to me. But with him, it was different. She laughed at his jokes, leaned in just a little more than she needed to, and didn't seem in any hurry to drop the check. He wasn't doing anything. No pickup lines, no fancy cologne, just sipping his coffee, asking her about her day. And it hit me. He didn't even know he was doing it, but he was radiating something, that thing older attractive men have, that calm confidence, that grounded presence. That's what this video is about. It's about that quiet power you've built over the years, the way you carry yourself, the way you speak, the way people feel around you. Let me ask you something. Have you noticed that younger guys seem to come to you for advice, even if you don't know them that well? Or maybe people open up to you more easily now. Strangers start conversations at the gas station. Women make eye contact just a little longer than before. You feel less need to prove yourself. You've learned to listen more, react less, and trust your instincts. These aren't accidents, they're signs, subtle but real, and more importantly, they're powerful. One of the most magnetic things about an attractive older man is the way he holds space. You walk into a room and you're not trying to be the loudest voice. You're just there, fully present. Not desperate for attention, not chasing approval. That right there, that's rare. And in today's world, rare is attractive. Now let's be honest. You probably didn't always have this. Maybe when you were younger, you second-guessed yourself. You tried to fit in, tried to say the right things. Maybe even chased women who didn't value you. But over time, something shifted. You stopped chasing. You started choosing. And when a man gets to that place, it shows. It shows in how he dresses, not always expensive but intentional. It shows in how he talks, not in volume but in tone and timing. It shows in how he treats people, not with arrogance but with calm authority. You're not playing the game anymore. You've learned the rules, and now you decide whether or not to play. And here's something else. You've been through some stuff, haven't you? Loss, breakups, business failures, maybe health scares, maybe fatherhood. And through all that, you're still standing. That alone makes you attractive in a way that can't be faked. You've got depth now, you've got layers, you've got a story. And even if you don't always share it, as people can feel it. Especially women. Because here's the truth, a lot of younger men don't understand. Real attraction isn't just about looks. It's about how someone makes you feel. And when a woman is around a man who's calm, grounded, experienced, she feels safe. Not just physically, emotionally. That's rare. That's valuable. And that's what you carry now. Let me tell you another story. There's a man I met through work, around 60 years old, never remarried after his wife passed. He volunteers twice a week, runs a small business on the side, keeps himself in decent shape. But he's not obsessed with appearances. What struck me about him wasn't how he looked, but how he saw people. He remembered details, asked thoughtful questions. When he listened, you felt like you were the only person in the room. One day, we were at a mutual friend's event, and I noticed two women, both probably in their 30s, hovering nearby, not aggressively, just intrigued. And again, he wasn't doing anything to impress. But that's exactly why they were drawn to him. He had presence, he had weight, that natural masculine gravity that comes from experience, not ego. You see, when a man's truly comfortable with himself, it shows up in the smallest ways. The way you hold eye contact without forcing it. The way you stay silent in a conversation, not because you don't know what to say, but because you're not afraid of the quiet. The way you know what you want, and just as importantly, what you won't tolerate anymore. Now maybe you've looked in the mirror lately and wondered if you've still got it. Maybe your hair's thinner, maybe your belly's softer. But I'll tell you this, and I want you to hear me. Confidence, self-awareness, purpose, and emotional maturity, those don't wrinkle, they don't gray, and they don't fade. In fact, they grow more powerful with time. Think about it. When you walk into a room now, you don't need validation. You know who you are. You've seen trends come and go, people rise and fall. And while the world chases youth, you've come to value truth. That's rare, that's real, that's attractive. And the irony is, when you stop chasing attraction, that's when it starts chasing you. So maybe you're that guy now. The one who doesn't post selfies, but somehow gets attention anyway. The one who's not swiping on apps all day, but finds himself in meaningful conversations more often. The one who's not flashy, but unforgettable. You've become a man who can't be easily categorized. You're not trying to compete with younger men. You're in a whole different league. You've built a life. You've survived storms. You've become your own compass. And if you've ever doubted your appeal, if you've ever thought you were invisible because of your age, let me remind you, you are not invisible. You are just becoming visible to the right kind of people, and that is the greatest kind of attractiveness. So keep showing up, keep leading with quiet strength, keep dressing well, speaking with purpose, treating people with dignity, because every time you do, you reinforce what makes you powerful, not your age, but your energy, not your looks, but your presence, not your charm, but your character. Because at the end of the day, the most attractive older men are the ones who don't need to prove anything. They've already become everything they once tried to be, and now they're just living it. And that's something no age can take away. If this spoke to you, if it reminded you of who you are or who you're becoming, share it with someone who needs to hear it. You're not fading, you're rising, quietly, steadily, unmistakably, and the world is starting to notice. We'll see you next time.